So a report came out in the morning from Rafael Barlow stating Khaman, Maluach, and Trey Johnson are reportedly in the mix to be selected number 3 by Philadelphia. The Duke freshman is quietly gaining traction as a potential option. Now, last week I made a video on Trey Johnson, and quite honestly, he's near the top of my big board for the Sixers. He's either number 1 or tied for number 1. I haven't deeply thought about it quite yet, but eventually I'm gonna work on that video. I haven't really talked about Maluach deeply after the draft lottery because I don't think the Sixers would take a center like him with the number 3 overall pick, but if they were to trade back to the 7th slot or wherever, definitely he could be an option. And the first obvious thing that he would bring to the table is he can anchor a defense. If you truly want to build around McCain and Tyrese Maxey, you're going to need a rim protector like him. Also, just like Joel Embiid, he's a late bloomer. He didn't pick up a basketball until he was 13 years old. He's currently 18, so that means he's been playing basketball for just 5 years. And when you consider that, he's really advanced. I'm going to go over this one play because I feel like this is the sell on him. This is what you're drafting him for. Shout out Ben Pfeiffer for this clip. So the initial Duke defender gets screened out of the play. Don't worry, he's able to switch onto a quicker guard on the perimeter and hold his own. You could tell number 3 wants no part of him because if he does try to shoot over him, he's either getting blocked or it's going to be heavily contested. And this is what he does. Opponents are petrified to challenge him. He then executes the switch perfectly. He's under the 3-point line, but look at the length. It's taken away that 3-point shot. He just disrupts so much space for the offense. Immediately, the dude passes, and then the point guard drives through the lane. He's right there to help out his teammates. Great rotation by Cooper Flagg, and our guy is right there as well. Then immediately, he's cutting off the driving lane to help out Knipple. And now he's back at where he lives, in the paint, protecting the rim. Nope, he's not looking to shoot, trust me. As soon as the point guard sees him again, he's dishing it off to the short corner. That dude is scared out of his mind, and he's fumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and now it's a turnover. What a defensive possession. If you guys saw the Pacers versus Knicks series, one of the biggest weapons, and honestly their most impactful player outside of Jalen Brunson, was probably Mitchell Robinson, and a lot had to do with him dominating the offensive glass. And at Duke, he averaged 2.7 offensive rebounds per game, so he projects well as an offensive rebounder. Also, Mitchell Robinson, with his ability to stretch out on the perimeter, and he has such a long wingspan. He was just taking up space, and you could tell Tyrese Halliburton, who was cooking everybody and anybody, when he got that switch onto Mitchell Robinson, there wasn't a lot of success, and the Pacers used that switch not so much to go at him in ISO, but they used it to get him away from the paint because he's such an impactful rim protector. So I think that should be the goal for him, turn into a Mitchell Robinson type. But the thing about Mitchell Robinson is he doesn't have the durability. He can't play over 25 minutes because he's probably going to get hurt or he's going to get gassed out in the second half. In college, he only played 21.2 minutes per game. That's something to keep an eye on. Can you up his minutes without him, getting ineffective or constantly injured? Because people at that size, it's easy to get injured. But yeah, at his peak, if he does live up to his potential, he certainly is going to be a very impactful piece for a contender for sure. You need that archetype. OKC has Chet, who's a great rim protector, but can also switch onto the perimeter if needed. Hardenstein fits in that category as well. The Pacers got Miles Turner. Minnesota has Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid. And then, of course, the New York Knicks got Mitchell Robinson. So great teams do have this type of player. It's very useful for winning teams. And there is hope. There's more to his offensive game. You saw him shoot 3-pointers at Duke. And then also before he got to Duke, he was hitting stuff like this. A little face-up midi right here in the face of the opponent. And now right here, we got a face-up one dribble spin move fade away. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Another spin move fadeaway. Keep in mind, he just started playing basketball. This was him at 17 years old before he got to Duke. I personally don't think this type of stuff is going to translate to the NBA level, but I do think eventually he can be spraying three-pointers every now and again. Honestly, I would just kind of throw that to the side. If it comes, it comes. I think the more useful development would be getting better as a playmaker and making sure he doesn't have stone hands like Rudy Gobert, making sure he can catch passes in the short roll, in traffic, and situations like that. Like, that's going to be more useful than the occasional mid-range or three-point jump shot, in my opinion. But I will say, if we do see the Sixers pick him at 3, which I don't think would happen, I think it would be a trade-back scenario. But if they did, I think that tells you they see more offensively than just a play finisher. That's all I got, though. Let me know your thoughts below in the comment section.